All right, guys, welcome to the post-match analysis between the game of Arsenal and PSG. So yesterday was really a nice game. At Arsenal, we are very professional. They're very professional with their performance. Trust me. Um, they didn't do much in terms of getting ahead of themselves, considering the result we had against Leicester. It was the same scoreline after halftime, 2-0. And of course, we remember that when they came back for the second half, they switched off a bit and Leicester equalized. This time around, on the Champions League night against big teams in Europe, you can't afford to do such. If you do it, they're going to punish you and punish you very hard. So Arsenal did a very good job. I just checked some of the stats now in the game, and I could tell you something. I think this is the first time in a very long time that I've seen Arsenal play at home and just play just one corner. Arsenal had one corner. Like throughout the entire 90 plus minutes, Arsenal had just one corner at home. I've not seen such stats from Arsenal in a long, long time. Normally, if they go away, they have less corners, but playing at home, they have more corner. The match against Leicester, we had about 17 corners. So it shows you that Arsenal employ different tactics, different techniques, you understand, to play different opposition depending on the context of the game. Now, during the game, Arsenal also had, I think, about 4 shots on target. PSG had 2. So we had 4 shots on target, and 2 of these eventually turned out to be goal. So we can see that Arsenal are very efficient when it comes to converting chances. Yes, and in Europe, on big nights, on the big stage, you need to convert your chances. And Arsenal did just that. Then again, they had about 38 ball possession to PSG's 62%. So if you observe, there was a shift between the first half and the second half. Because if you take a look at the way they played the game, in the first half, Arsenal were more dominating, we are commanding. They had more of the ball in the first half. They were more attacking. Now, when they came back to the second half, they decided to sit back and like, okay, PSG, we've scored you 2 goals. Come to us, see if you can break us down. This was entirely their tactics. You can see it from the way they played the game. Okay, this was entirely a tactics from Mikel Arteta to his boys, and they did it efficiently and effectively well. Then, of course, they had offsides. Arsenal had three offsides to that of PSG. PSG had just one offside. Fouls committed. Both teams had 8 fouls apiece. Counter attacks. Arsenal had 6. PSG had 6. And then, of course, the goalkeeper saves. Raya had 2 saves, and Donnarumma equally made 2 saves. So I don't think the goalkeepers were very much prepared yesterday, to be frank with you. They were not much prepared, but all the same, it was a very good game from Arsenal. Now, there was something I observed during the game. Did you observe that when Mikel Arteta took off Thomas Partey, when he took off Thomas Partey, the midfield broke down. The intensity of the marking, the positional play of the marking, when to go forward and when to come back, when to drop deep, when to approach, when to press, all these things disappeared. Immediately Thomas Partey left the pitch. If you're observant, you observe what I'm saying now. Immediately Thomas Partey left the pitch, the intensity, the pressure, the pressing of PSG increased times 2 the number of times when Thomas Partey was in the pitch or in the middle of the park. So Mikel Arteta got that substitution wrong. Trust me, he did. But all the same, kudos to him because we still managed to win the game. So I think he learned it. And coaches there, of course, they are trying to bed in players. And Mikel Merino just signed in the summer. He has not had any minutes for us now. So there was no better way of making his debut than in the Champions League night, in Europe against one of the big teams. I understand. And Mikel Merino, we can see from few flashes that he had during the course of the game. You can see the technical ability. You can see the ball brains. the flicks, even the return pass that he gave to Martinelli that he should have buried, but he didn't bury it. And Martinelli had about two or three chances that he could have scored, ended up scoring none. Well, that's just that about the game. Just in case you're seeing my video for the first time, comment your thoughts on the video, subscribe, and help me grow. So that's just it for the game between Arsenal and PSG. Come on, you Gunners!